It's a fabulous, fabulous time for another Advent beer calendar entry. The Advent beer calendar, world renowned Advent beer calendar, and I hold in my hand December 19th. December 19th, meaning what is that, four or five? I don't know. I'm not good at math, which is sad because I have an engineering degree. Oh, wow. I've never seen the likes of this before. Um, it is called Perception of Depth, and it is a can. It's a big pint can, a black can with a label on it. So that's a special order can. Ooh. Perception of Depth Brown Ale. It's phase 3 brewing. I love those folks. They've got some really good stuff. So I'm happy, and that's of course, as it is with a lot of the beers in the Advent beer calendar. Those are Wisconsin beers because that's where Big Tall Paul lives, Wisconsin. So let's see if there's any kind of legends on here. Oh, they've described the brewer's notes as fresh baked bread and nutty. 6.5% alcohol by volume. Phase 3 Brewing Company. Oh, I thought this was Wisconsin. It's not. This is Elmhurst and Lake Zurich. I'm such an idiot. That's right. I've noted that before. Government warning. Don't play bags if you're drunk and pregnant. If those bags are set on fire and the board has spikes. So it doesn't look like there's any other kind of legend on it, although there is a price tag sticky remnant on it. I'm trying to pick it off. But I want you guys to see the can because the can, it's all muted colors, but it's like, reminds me of, it's like a Beatles video. Here, let me put these glasses on. You guys. Yeah, pretty cool. So, Perception of Depth, brown ale. And since this is a big one, we should probably do it in a larger vessel. Otherwise, I'll just spill it all over my lap. So let's just take one of the big mugs, crack this thing open, and see what it's like. And I'm in the mood for a brown ale too, and it's nice. So let's just go right into the pour. Lightly agitated so that we get some head out of it. Here, you guys can take a look at this while it's going into the glass. It is dark. This is darker than most brown ales. Most brown ales, you could see a little bit of light through them. This is definitely darker than that. And the head didn't last. It sort of has fizzed away. I mean, there's a little bit in there, but not as much because I did pour it rather violently. But that doesn't mean the beer's bad. So let's give this thing a delightful sniff in glass and see what characteristics I could get. This is so dark. It is so dark. Amazing. Like as dark as a porter or a stout, which is not usual because usually brown ales are definitely brown, not black. So let's give it a sniff. All I can get out of it is the roast of the grain. And it did say that on the can that it was like homemade bread, fresh baked bread. That's what they said. Fresh baked bread and nutty. So I smell the roast of the grains, which is responsible for the color. So let's, I was going to say it again. I'm about to say let's tuck in. Where does that come from? Monty Python had a sketch a million years ago on their television show where they were adrift at sea and they were talking about cannibalism. And one of the they decided they were going to eat this guy, and he said, the captain was like, no, 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 thank you. And he said, oh no, you're starving, Captain. Tuck in. Ever since then, I keep using that phrase for getting into something. Tuck in, as if you wanted to just start snacking on the guy's leg. So look that up. I know it's on YouTube here, so look it up. I think it's called the cannibalism sketch. So it's funny. You know, it's the boys at their finest. You know, Palin, John Cleese. Just you love it. So let's tuck in. There is a lot of roast on the grains on there. This is not a sweet beer in any way, shape, or form. This will not be mistaken for an imperial stout. This is almost a porter to me. Slightly effervescent in the mouth. It doesn't have a lot of carbonation to it. Slightly effervescent. You have a solid brown ale flavor to it, but I'm getting peaks of flavor from the dark roasting of the grains, which they've roasted them pretty dark in order to get it this dark. I'm sure some of them were pretty close to burnt. So, and that's another thing I'm getting. I'm getting like a slight burnt flavor. It's not unpleasant. None of it is unpleasant. It's a good beer. So, back in. It's very pleasant. This would be a good beer for baked goods. This would go really well with cookies, in my opinion. I know people, every time I say that in public to people, they're like, cookies and beer? Are you nuts? Letting you know, it's a treat. Very nice. Uh, Bitterness scale, I would say that this is a 4. Yeah, I'll go with the 4. Sweetness scale, this is 0. There's no sweetness to this at all. Um, I'll answer the questions. If I saw this in the store, would I pick it up? Yes, I would. I would. I have friends that I would love to share this with, and it is a tasty beer. And I wouldn't tell them that it's a brown ale. I would love for them to talk to me about what they think it is, because this does not have a lot of the same characteristics as, say, um, Newcastle Nut Brown Ale. Um, I'm not getting the nuttiness out of it that they mentioned. I am getting a lot of that fresh baked dark rye bread kind of flavor to it. So, maybe that's the nuttiness. I'm getting like a rye in here in my mouth. So, yes, nice solid beer. This is a beer for beer drinkers, guys who go out looking for the pilsners, the lagers. They want that slight bitter taste. This is a complex beer that will appeal to, like, the people who don't like fruit beers, who don't like the imperial stouts, the chocolates and the coffees and stuff. This is a beer flavored beer, but it is a brown ale flavored beer. Has sort of amped up the intensity of the grain flavor in it. So very tasty indeed. If someone handed me one of these at a party, I would be very happy. Uh, and I would love to discuss this beer with others. So that was Phase 3 Brewing in Elmhurst, and I believe they also have one up in Lake Zurich as well. So let's make sure of that before I go. Yes, Lake Zurich and Elmhurst, Illinois. They've got a brewery and tap room in Lake Zurich, and they have a tap room and kitchen in Elmhurst. I'm going to have to go visit them. Elmhurst isn't that far from me. Plus, Elmhurst has got the Red Dragon restaurant. Want to hit some jambong up? That's some good soup, kids. So, I'm going to take this beer upstairs, and I'm probably going to look for some cookies to go with it. So, in the meantime, if you liked what I did here today, you guys could hit that subscribe button for me, and you could share this channel with folks who like beer on the same level that I do, because I just love discussing it. There's other beer reviewers here on YouTube, and we talk to each other. It's fun. I love the Ginger Yeti is a fun one to watch. He's his videos are substantially shorter, but he gets right into the beers. He's got some good beers too. Visually interesting. He's got lots and lots of beer paraphernalia around him. I mean, all I've got is a Jackalope and Godzilla and the Pope. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys probably tomorrow, since the Advent beer calendar is only in its 19th day, and it goes all the way to Christmas Eve, 24th. And then there's a Christmas beer. And then my friend Mark brought me a couple of more beers to try. One from Point Brewery, and another one that was a stout that's called Maduro. And Maduro is actually a color of cigars. So I am interested in trying those. But of course, I have to wait until after the fabulous, incomparable Advent beer calendar has reached its zenith. So, anyway, I'll talk to you guys next time.